Hey, welcome back to the Blender 3.0 Docwalk. So this is the introduction. I'm not going to read all of this, but I will give you the main points and highlight some of the links if you want to go check these out yourself. So Blender is a 3D animation platform. It's consistently used for VFX shots, for video editing, and it is cross-platform. You can use it on Linux, Mac OS, Windows. Its interface uses OpenGL, and the app actually uses quite a relatively low system overhead, so it doesn't require as much memory as other softwares, and its drive requirements are relatively small. Blender is used for media production. It's used from anything from individual hobby sort of things all the way up to the studio level feature film productions and presentations. So it's quite versatile, and it's, my personal opinion, it's a fairly easy system to learn in in comparison to some of the other modeling and 3D design platforms. Okay, so what are some of the, really quick, there's a little link here for user stories page. If you want to check that out, go for it. I haven't read it, but if that sounds like it's something that you would be interested in, go for it. Okay, so key features. Blender, again, is a 3D content creation suite. It's used for modeling, rendering, animation, and rigging. The new rigging, not new rigging, but Blender's rigging system is phenomenal. It's got some really cool features. Video editing, VFX, compositing, texturing, simulation capabilities. If you don't know what any of these mean, just hang in there as we go through this. You'll pick up on a lot of this and learn what everything means. But yeah, you can even do scientific simulations if that's kind of what you're into. That's what I actually use it, partially use it for. You can actually customize several aspects of the workflow and Blender's capabilities by writing your own Python scripts and using the Blender Python API. Blender has a high-quality 3D architecture that makes it and helps it be extremely fast, and the workflow is super fast and efficient. There's a huge active Blender community. There's several forums, there's chat groups, there's development forums, there really is a really big Blender following. So I would recommend getting into, find a little clique that kind of suits you and get to know the people, get to know the platform, and get into it, because you can actually learn quite a bit from being in there. The Blender executable is a relatively small executable, and optionally it is portable, as in being able to launch it from a thumb drive and moving it around from machine to machine. Now this bottom part here, you can go ahead and read that if you want, but what it's basically saying is don't get overwhelmed. Just take baby steps, a little bit at a time. There's a lot of terminology in there, like UV maps, materials, shaders, meshes, subdivs. They've got that here. And these are just terms, it's just jargon. Once you get the idea or the concept of what a UV map is, what wrapping is, all that sort of thing, it just makes a lot more sense, and it really isn't that difficult to learn, I promise you. Personal experience, it's an extremely easy platform to learn once you get used to it, and it doesn't take that long to get used to it. It's a pretty quick learn if you just stick with it. All right. So that's the end of this one. I will see you in the next video, and we'll talk about Blender's history.